student. I welcome you for the PT session about building diagram. So normally we have discussed a lot of things in classes, right? About building diagram and everything. So I like to say how the building diagram evolved in design thinking concept. I like to hear some inputs from you. Let's start this video with an introduction as well as an empathy. So who is going to talk about the empathy?
I am Sudarshan from Civil Department under the. I am Sudarshan from Civil Department. Now I am going to start the first part of design thinking, empathize. So in this part, this connect to the users to understand the problem which is suffered by the people. Instead of starting this project, we let us discuss with the users how problem they suffered and what are the comfortabilities and facilities they need. So for example, some people's during summer some people suffered with heart. In winter season some water leakages and uncomfortable staircase for children and then elders. There are more examples. So the designers and the engineers need to connect with the people and to ask what is the problem and get how comfortable they need, and they can solve the problem after analyzing this step. So the defined part is continued by my friend.
So as I said, empathy is collecting a data from the raw data from the people is more important right now. So how the building has to be evolved and how what are the requirements they are needed, what are the problems they are facing has to be design has to be calculated by using empathy spacing. So how you are going to define?
My name is Sushdeep. I'm going to talk about the empathy defined part. We can understand using all the users, and we can say air circulation process and very
ventilation process
and drainage system and height and breadth, we can say, sir, and we can solve this problem using structures and beams, etc.
So as he said, we have to identify what is the particular beams and what are the structures that what the user has defined. So based on that, the building has to be constructed, right? So these are the basic problems collected from empathy and what is the things we have defined right now. So everything we have start with a new ideas process. So the ideation is the most important part. So I would like to hear from how your ideate process has to be evolved in building diagram. So anyone can, from you three, anyone can explain, right?
I am Gugan, first year civil department. I can say I did part of this statement. We generate many ideas and the problem for the solutions. We also think natural ventilation system, improved staircase design, and also rainwater harvesting, some spacing efficiencies, parking, and improved rooming planning. So we want to think many solutions for the problems.
So as you said, there are a lot of solutions, right? There is a need of a lot of solutions, like new innovative solutions, new structural solutions has to be developed from the new current engineers. Because a lot of times in Asian base, they won't need for harvesting. Now there will be a lot of buildings. Now we have a water scarcity, so we need to plan everything according to the new innovative ideas right now. So the next is once the new innovative ideas can have to develop a prototype, right? So how we can able to develop a prototype as you said in the building diagram, we have to develop a new building, right? So how it can be developed and how it can be tested, right? Anyone can explain?
Sir, I can explain. Myself, Kumar from Civil Department. I give the statement of prototype. Prototype is the most important thing between the user and the giver. The statement is, before construct the building, you want to need a certain plan and give the modification and give the model what we have done here. There are some understanding languages between the engineers and the architectures. Before constructing the building, we want to design a modeling for the constructions. First, there are different types of building modeling. First of all, we want to design the top view before the construction. Next, the elevation part and the side part. Top views, you want to design windows, rooms, and floors and doors of the construction.
Basically, you are saying about the layout, right?
Yes.
So the layout has to be developed according to that. Then what about elevation?
Elevation to give a design what the users need. I want this kind of design. I need some model and other. Before the construction, we give a model like drawings or 3D modeling or some data which is modeled by a normal thing. Thanks.
Okay, as you said, developing in one building is most important thing, right? So everything that we have data, collected the data, and we have created a new innovative information ideas, and implementing those in prototypes are difficult task. Once the building has been developed, we have to test that particular part because it is about the stability or whether it can able to withstand the high temperatures or low temperatures, or it has to it should not be broken while the heavy wind has been flown through. So that part has to comes under testing. Can you explain about the testing?
Yes, sir, I can explain, sir. Myself, GNS, I am from civil department. I tell about finally testing a prototype by a feedback, sir. By user and experts, we are using comparing another design to new design, sir, and user friendly to change a new ideas, sir. Finally, we are collecting all ideas to change a new design and final best output from the test, sir. Thank you.
So as if these are the 5 steps we are using in design thinking to develop a particular building diagram right now. So in engineering drawing, a building diagram concept is most important, especially for civil engineers like you and such. So you have to understand how it has to be empathized, how it has to be developed, and how it has to be defined. Once it is defined, what are the innovative things can be incorporated, then we have to go for prototype. Finally, we have to make a testing. This is how the building diagram has to be developed. So simultaneously, the building has to be constructed, right? So hope everybody can get an insight about building diagram through design thinking concept. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you.